Welcome to another episode of Same Page. We are your hosts, Sarah Semajist.
And Lenard Semajist.
Today we're going to continue on our fertility series just to talk about the different things that we have experienced throughout our fertility journey. And particularly today we're more going to focus on what Lenard has been experiencing during this pregnancy. Especially during COVID. I know definitely maybe it could be, the experience can be different for a male during COVID because, you can't really be as involved as typically. So I'll let you sort of elaborate on that, where I just want to know, what has this experience been like for you ever since I got pregnant and like going to appointments and things like that?
So it definitely has not been the way that I envisioned it was going to be. Mainly, for example, like the first ultrasound. That's something that in the past we've done, and I was able to be there live, be there to hold Sarah's hand, be there to look at the monitor, and then the technician would be telling us, what exactly we're looking at. So that was because of COVID. That whole experience was taken away. Especially when we found out that we got pregnant, and then when Sarah subsequently had her first ultrasound, I was just in the car waiting while she was going through all that, and also at the Ottawa Fertility Clinic, it's not like they allowed us to be on the phone either.
Right.
So it's like, so even hearing her voice or hearing the technician voice, that experience was also taken away from me. So I literally was there in the car reading a book during this whole experience. And so that definitely, I felt a certain type of way during that experience. Also, initially, I wanted to know the sex of the child, and then the fact that I wasn't there, I couldn't, voice, kind of have my voice in that room, even though Sarah knew what I wanted, but for her, she wanted to keep it a surprise. Either way, she trumped me because I couldn't physically, be there to say oh, could you just either write on a piece of paper, or could you just kind of just tell me a little secret,
Made me sound like a monster.
No, you're not a monster, but it's just the fact that, you're in that situation and you felt strongly about that. For me, I didn't feel strong enough for me to say, I need to know either. So I'm not trying to paint you as a monster. It's just facts, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So definitely that, that first that first ultrasound, I really did felt a certain type of way, and then after that we've had monthly follow-ups with the doctor who will be doing our delivery.
Yeah, so with the
OBGYN, and the fact that I know the doctor's name, but I still don't know
what he looks like.
I don't know what he looks like. I've heard the voice through the phone. At least those appointments, Sarah has me on speakerphone so I can hear everything that's going on. But yet, there's no picture, there's no image, there's no face to that name, which is it just makes it kind of weird. And the fact that I'll only meet him when Sarah's actually going to be delivering the baby.
Yeah. And tell the truth, it is weird not having Lenard there, especially, for example, during the first ultrasound. Like Lenard mentioned, at the Ottawa Fertility Clinic, they don't let you take videos, which is what my intention was, to at least take a video of the screen, but for certain reasons they don't allow to do that, and having to sort of regurgitate to Lenard what the experience was like and what I heard and all of that. it doesn't also doesn't have the same feeling, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You go in and you're like, oh, I saw this, I saw that, but when you're there live, you know, it's the experience is very different. Do you feel like it helps that now that we're, you know, at a clinic, that I can at least phone in?
Yeah, actually, yeah, that's definitely better. But still, there's still that gap. There's still something missing. And it's interesting that when you said that you the things that you hear. That's one thing that a friend of mine told me, that for him, when he went to the ultrasound with his girlfriend at the time, um, just being there and then hearing like the heartbeat of his child, for him, it stirred up these emotions, and it also made it very real for him.
Right.
So that's an experience that for me that I didn't get to have.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the second time, or one of the times that we went to see the OBGYN, Leonard was on speaker, and I just put the speaker close. They were just listening to the heartbeats, right? Not necessarily doing an ultrasound. But he got to hear the heartbeat, but you know, it could have been like me just making some sounds or whatever, right? When you have the visual and the sound, it makes it a lot more real. So I can definitely understand how that experience, you know, is taken away from you. And still the truth, like, I do think that, correct me if I'm wrong, but because that's taken away from you, like, I'm not sure if it feels that real to you, like, yet, does it?
Well, it does still feel real to me, only because like I can physically see the changes that are going on in your body. You know, so obviously seeing the belly, seeing you maybe sometimes waddle at times, and
Waddle?
well, you sometimes you waddle, like just slightly, you know. Just seeing those
We're gonna have
things
to talk about that later.
makes it very real. But yeah, so I don't really feel like like I don't agree with the fact that it feels less real. And then we're still progressing to that delivery date. And then every day every week we get one step closer, so that makes it very real.
Yeah. So I mean, I think not only do men typically, obviously, you don't feel the changes, you don't feel all the single little kicks, so in general you don't experience that part, right? But with COVID, it just adds another layer of distance in your experience, I think, with the baby. So thanks for sharing that. I think a lot of men probably feel the same, that are going through the same thing, where it's like, well, you know, what about me? You know, you already don't carry the child, but you don't get to see, feel, do anything, right? When you're able to. So, yeah. So if anybody is experiencing the same thing, just maybe reach out to Leonard, right? If you want to, and maybe share what your experience has been like during COVID as a male, looking from, you know, from the outside looking in. All right. Well, that was this episode. So if you have any comments, let us know. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you do have, if you do like our content, please subscribe. And until next time.
Don't forget to live your truth.